Alright, let's turn alerts down to... Okay.
Alright,
Hello, welcome back to Amnesia, The Dark Descent. It's time to play this game again. Last time we played, I was kind of a dummy, and it got me to sort of wander around one place for 20 minutes, even though... So let me set the record straight for this game. I ran around for 20 minutes, actually more like an hour, kind of not able to figure out how to get out of that one place. Which wasn't super cool because that one place wasn't very scary. Now, to the game's credit, it was totally my fault because I was supposed to move the bed. And at the beginning of that sequence, you could hear a dialogue between a mother and a daughter, I think it was, talking about how, you know, she said like, oh, you can escape through the hole and I'll hide it under the bed or something, right? Now, to my credit, I don't think any other part of the game has had the dialogue directly related to the solution to the current area. I might be wrong, and maybe the solutions to the different parts were just a little, you know, easier. But yeah, I don't remember. You know, I didn't expect to you know, be getting puzzle information from just the story dialogue. But either way, we've gone down that hole, and we came out right here. And there are probably monsters. We have no mementos. That's the last note that we got. And, alright, so our current objective is to, like, well, let's just move around a little bit. I almost ran out of... Okay, after Devil Daggers, this is like not enough mouse sensitivity. Have I been to a planetarium? I believe so when I was, you know, in like school. All right, that seems a little too high now. I think like 1.6 is where I usually put my sensitivity. Yeah, like in like elementary school, I believe we took a planetarium. Gate is locked, and the pad is in excellent condition. Storage. Is storage what I want? I'm gonna get spooked by this game just because I don't remember where to go. And I'm completely out of lantern oil. So that's the thing is, even though, here's the thing. We built up spook debt. Because even though the last area wasn't very spooky, I used up all of my lantern oil. Meaning now I have to do this part. Now I have to do this part with no lantern oil. There's some. But, you know, I have to, like, really conserve it.
1839. I have arrived at the village of Altstadt. It's a haven in the midst of a vast forest and the last stop before my final destination, Castle Brennenburg. It's late in the evening, and the outrider, who has been with the coach since Bremen, advised me to wait until morning before I venture further. I've arranged for a bed at Der Müller, the village's only inn, and am now waiting for the sun to rise. I try to sleep, but as I close my eyes, I see the men who fell victim in London. My fear and shame forces me to witness the same scenes over and over. They are dead because of me.
Moldy bread. Hey, Kelp. The super effective show. Yeah, so remember that being a horror game, this stream is gonna have a little bit of a different vibe. It's time to kind of cool down and play a scary game. Pigs. Oh. I probably shouldn't have touched it. Okay, so here we are. I don't know if there's anything I actually need to do in here. I mean, I'm sure the acid is going to be important. But until then... I think I should go into storage. There we go. The acid is much safer with a lid on it. But first... let's melt some more stuff. No? Is that pig specifically there for you to put in the acid? As in, like... what the fuck? Did you guys see that? It was like that knife that I put in there didn't get burned up, but then when I walked over here, it like respawned it and burned it. Whoa! Okay, this shit's unsafe. I'm putting a lid on it. Oh, jeez. Monster, monster, monster. I can't really say, Kelp, because I don't know how long... I don't know how long the game is. Okay. I don't know where that monster went, but he doesn't seem to be here anymore. Yeah, Kelp, this game is fucking scary. I played it when it first came out, quite a while ago, and I could not get through it. What is that noise? Can't keep using up all my lantern oil, so I need to just go in the dark here, which makes your character go crazy, so can't do it too much.
Is he safe? Well, it's for his own good. There'll be enough time.
Thanks for the whole sigh.
August 1839. I feel like I have fled the world and all its worries. Brennenburg is a majestic creation perched upon a forest-clad hill with towers reaching well above even the highest pine trees. Following the winding road leading to the gates gives the impression of discovering something forgotten, as if journeying with Marco Polo to the hidden Xanadu. Alexander, the Baron, is a peculiar but gracious man. He seems well versed in worldly matters, and is not at all as eccentric as I assumed. My room is exquisite, and I'm confident that no hotel for miles could even hope to match it. As the sun sets on Brennenburg, its fairy tale varnish turns to an eerie gloom. Alexander's strange servants are never far away. They are a quiet lot, and their behavior could only be described as skulking. Alexander seems pleased by my presence. As he puts it, it seems like I got here just in time.
Okay. How many tinder boxes do I have left? Only 4?
He escaped? Where is he now?
Nope. Vita, like PlayStation Vita, the handheld console. Oh, there he is. Okay. Given money to a bum? No. I've given a slice of pizza to a bum. And he didn't seem very appreciative. Dude, my character's going fucking crazy. It's pretty bright in here, dude. Oh, geez, what do we got? Oh, no. Okay, there we go. We're getting better. Our vision is still, you know, tripping a little bit, but it's not as bad as a minute ago. Yeah, There was a guy when I worked in Minneapolis. There was a guy that stopped me on the street once. And I live in Minnesota, and he was from Wisconsin, he said. And he said he was from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He just got into Minneapolis that day. He was like, oh, you know, all this shit, and I just got here today, but, you know, he needed money for the bus or something to get to his family or something like that. And I was like, sorry, I literally don't carry cash around, so, you know, if I wanted to, I can't because I don't have it. But then, like a few weeks later, or like a month later, the same guy stopped me. The same guy stopped me on the street and told me the same exact thing, that he's from Wisconsin. Yeah, like in basically the same spot. But he was just walking. He wasn't like sitting. And told me that he just got into Wisconsin that day, or into Minnesota. He's from Milwaukee. He just got here that day and needed money or something. And I was like, what day did you get here? He said, today. I just got here today. I said, okay, you stopped me here like a month ago and told me the exact same thing. And he said, oh, my sister died in a house fire. I was like, I got nothing, dude. And that was the last time I saw that guy. I'm really glad I said something, though. You know, that could be one of those stories where, like, forever, you know, I just told him I didn't have anything again and left. And you know, forever, I would always say, man, I wish I said something. But I did. And so that was funny. I guess here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Maybe his sister died in a house fire and he had to go back to Wisconsin. And then he came back here again for some reason and needed money again for some reason. It's possible. But it's just not all that probable. And even if it was true, though, and I wanted to help him out, it's true. I don't carry cash around.
4th of August, 1839. The nightmares woke me in the early morning, and for a moment I forgot where I was. Shortly after, there was a knock on my door. Alexander had heard my screams and asked me to join him in the parlor. As we drank our tea, Alexander began to tell me what he knew. It seems like the orb I found casts a long and dark shadow. It's not only a powerful item, but a dangerous one. Simply by touching it, you invoke the powers within, and if you are too weak to control it, it will devour you. The shadow is a sluggish thing, lagging behind the wielder, killing anyone or anything in its path to reclaim the orb. I said I didn't care about its powers, and that I should throw it away. Alexander advised against this, as I'd still be a part of the path to the orb and eventually suffer death. Having the orb, I would at least have the chance to fight back when the time came. I asked Alexander what he meant when he said he could protect me, and he answered that things can be done, but at a price.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, Metalhead. Like, sometimes, you know, every once in a while when you're in the city, you see a guy that's in a shitty trench coat and a blanket and his hair, and he's a fucking dirty mess, and you're like, that guy could use some help. You know, but every time that I see somebody with a sign, they're always wearing like nice tennis shoes, and they've got like a nice backpack. They look well dressed, and they've got like a backpack, a nice backpack, and it's weird. And that's one of the people that I gave a piece of pizza to. There was one time that I was driving, and I had this slice of pizza that I had just warmed up, but I warmed up 2 slices, and it was the morning, so I only ate 1. And I had this other one, and I was like, I'm gonna just give this guy a slice of pizza. And he like looked at me funny, and then like took it and put it in his backpack, and didn't seem all that thrilled. And I was like, all right, well. Now, we are playing a horror game right now. Okay. Monster's going away. I don't know. I'm not super mad about that kind of stuff. It doesn't bother me horribly that that kind of stuff exists. But, you know, it just doesn't have that big of an impact on my life. Right, it's exactly what Sai is saying. I don't know this person.
Christ, I don't believe this. Why? I mean, why? What did I do to deserve this? I mean, it can't be. Do I deserve this? It wasn't my fault. Why did he have to go in there? Don't go into burning houses. He should have known better.
But right, like, you know, I noticed the thing about the clothes and that kind of stuff, but it's like, I don't actually know these people, so I'm not gonna make assumptions about them. I'd rather just not care about it so much, you know? Like, yeah, they very well might be a person who doesn't try to get a job, and they sit on street corners because they spend all their money on drugs. That might be a thing, and that probably is a thing often, because stereotypes are based on half-truths. However, I don't know. And so, there's no point in me even making an assumption like that, because I just don't know the person, and I don't have to know the person, and I don't have to interact with the person, so it just doesn't matter, you know? And that's the thing too that Sai says, you know. There's people, I think that people are more complex than other people like to give them credit for.
The shadow. It's close now.
Like, the next person that I see holding a sign, like, if I could, no matter who it is, if I could just sit down with them and have a conversation and just be like, who are you? I'd love to. I'd love to know more about people. Everybody has a story to tell, you know? who stand at stoplights and walk to each car holding it. See, yeah. Okay, let me tell you a story though. As far as people who stand at a stoplight looking for money from cars, and this is a great story. So, let's give this story some attention. But it's awkward if I'm just sitting here. So let's come over here. Let's come over here. Let's do a little bit of that. All right. So when I went to Colombia for my job, I was in Colombia for a couple weeks, and I had to take a taxi to the office every day. And at the stoplights, one time we stopped at these stoplights, right? And there were these two kids that looked to be about 12, 13 years old, right? Maybe a little older, maybe they were 15. But there were these couple kids, and right when the stoplight turned red and all the cars were stopped, these kids ran out in front of all the cars. One of them hoisted the other one up onto his shoulders, standing. So one kid was standing on the ground, and another kid was standing straight up on his shoulders, not sitting. I'm talking standing on his shoulders. And they both pulled out juggling balls and started juggling. These two kids, one of them standing on the other one's shoulders, both of them sitting there juggling all these balls, more than 3. And then the one on the bottom started tossing balls up to the one on top, and he would catch them in his juggling and drop other balls down to the other one. So they were doing like a thing between the two. Boom, boom, boom. At some point, they collected their balls back, they caught them all, put them down. He jumped off the other one's shoulders. And then like 10 cars had people holding bills out their windows. And the kids walked down the line, collected their bills, went off to the sidewalk, boom, green light, we were going. And I was like, those kids, man, those kids are going places. They have a skill, they've put their skill into an act that they know when and where they can do it. They knew how long they had on the light. They had a system, and they were making money. And I was very happy to see that. It was awesome. And the light went really fast too. So, yeah. Hang on, I just realized something that nobody called this out. You guys haven't been able to see the whole game. There we go. So that's pretty great. All right, there we go. I don't like when there's awkward silence. Okay, so I've been in here. I've been in here with the dead guy. I don't think I've been to the kitchen. Or maybe this is where I came from? This is where I came from. Okay, so but that's okay. So this is that was the gate that I could see through earlier. Oh, I've been to yeah, this was the first place I went. There's the acid here. Ah, I can't even touch the barrel, huh? Oh, I wonder if I need like a container for the acid. Because if I had a container, then I could bring the acid over to that padlock. Alright, I gotta wait for my health to come back, because I'm dumb. There we go. I don't do a Christmas tree myself. When when my parents put up a tree, though, I don't know. When I was a kid, I always thought ornaments on the tree were so fucking ugly. It was always like, let's put up the tree, and then, okay, we put up the tree, and then they're like, okay, now let's put the lights on. And as a kid, you know, we put the lights on, and then I'd be like, wow, this looks great. And then they had a fake tree. And then they were like, okay, now let's put the ornaments on. And then I was like, wow, this looks ugly as fuck. All these stupid, like, big, dumb...
No, don't kill her.
Big, dumb, like, yarn Santa Claus and, you know, angel things and just a bunch of ugly shit. Hey, Rocket Science. What's up is, we're back to this spooky game. Okay, we've been here. I'm having a lot of trouble grasping this map. I might have to take notes to actually progress. We don't want to go to the kitchen. I thought I heard monster sounds though. Okay, let's go to storage. A risk of catching fire? I guess. Because you put lights on them and stuff. Yeah, see, here's a... Yep, that's what we need to use that's what we're going to have to use the acid on. But right, like, you put lights on them and stuff, and they're dead trees, so they're going to dry out. Let's close that behind me. But I don't know. I'm not sure why my parents had a fake tree. Probably just because it was easier and cheaper. You know, you buy it once and then you use it every year. Here's our jar. Okay, good. Getting plenty of tinder boxes. Oh, it's one of those things where now that I've progressed in the game, that means it's time for scary stuff to happen again. I suppose that would work, Mons, yeah. But then your presents are going to get all wet. I just tried to open that door with the E key. Okay, there's Monster Man. Not that one. He's not coming this way, is he? Okay, good, good, good. Look away. Just don't look at him. Don't look at him. It's so freaking genius that looking at the monsters makes you crazy in this game. Because you want to look at them to keep an eye on them. Okay, now we gotta get back to the kitchen. Oh, why is he coming? Why is he coming in here? Go away. I'm nicked? What? Gosh, I want to peek, but like... I'm gonna peek. Oh, he's leaving. Okay, he left. See, that's why I wanted to close the door, but there was no door. Yeah, I can't stand Christmas music. What?
Maybe she knows.
I like Carol of the Bells. Like, Carol of the Bells is cool, but hearing it, isn't worth all the other Christmas music I have to hear. My least favorite Christmas music, like the stuff that I like, that bothers me the most, is the stuff that's like loungy kinda stuff that's supposed to be a little cooler than normal Christmas music, but it's not. Like, walking around the Christmas tree. You know, it's like, dude, it's like it's trying to be cooler than other stuff by being a little jazzy. They're rocking a little bit. They're rocking around the Christmas tree, it seems. But really, it's like, dude, it's lame as fuck. Get out of here. Get that shit out of here. I need to get back to the kitchen, because There were 2 tinder boxes in there that I saw when I was hiding, and I think I actually forgot to pick them up. Oh, I think I hear you there, Mons.
Hey, you! Stop!
Don't come any closer. I just want to leave.
Why is this
You
triggering?
can't go outside. It's too dangerous.
I'm telling Gabriel.
I doubt that very much.
Why did that trigger? Okay, I'm pretty unhappy about where we're at right now. No, 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 no. Get the F out of here. Why can't I light any of these torches? Why is the sound so bad? The sound is like clipping a bunch. I think it's just the game, though. I think it's just the game that's doing that. Let's make sure. Wait, this is a different computer. I gotta do this computer. Yeah. Yeah, what the hell? This game has weird audio. There's gotta be a problem here. But anyway, I just want to make my way back to the kitchen right now.
Is she dead?
I don't think it's that way. No, Ghost. It's annoying. It's annoying. It's like clicking, and the sounds that are supposed to be going like are just like no. They're not. It doesn't sound good. It sounds very annoying, and it's very unimmersive. Okay, right here. I spotted those while I was hiding from this thing, and then didn't actually go back and pick them up. Oh, Oh yeah, sorry, I'm missing chat because I'm immersed in this game. But yeah, there's somebody in my family as well who's an in-law that that like way overdoes it on Christmas, where like it's like not to me because I'm not, you know, when I say in-law, I mean like it's my sister's husband's mom. So like she doesn't buy stuff for me, but for their family. They just buy so much shit that it's like, first of all, overdo it. Like, they buy so many gifts that it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to you having to open them all, because it's like, why did you buy me all of this stuff? I'm gonna have to sit here and unwrap presents and thank you for them for like 2 hours straight, because you've bought so much shit. It's like that kind of thing. Please let me go. Okay, yep, there comes. Oh. You don't understand rocket science. There's too many for that. Then it would be awkward while you're opening them. Okay, well, here's a change of scenery.
So you used the drain sewers as a means of transport?
Yes, they were built to divert water from an underground spring and are quite spacious. It seemed only natural to incorporate it into the overall structure.
But we won't be using it.
Not today. The flow is seasonal, and when the spring runs dry, the damp tunnels produce a rather poisonous type of fungi. There is an antidote, of course, but we won't be bothering with it today. Come, this way instead. We're almost there.
Yeah, I still kind of don't like getting clothes. And here's the specific reason. All right. I think this is fucked. Tell me if you guys think this is fucked. When my mom buys me like a pair of pants or a coat, she buys me like 3 to 5 coats. She buys a bunch of them and then tells me to try them all on, pick my favorite, and then she returns the rest. And I'm like, Mom, please stop it. Please stop doing this. It's fucked. I'm just like, seriously, like, okay. My mom can sew. And I had a pair of pants that, that tore. I had 2 pairs of pants that had tears in them that where the seam tore up. And I was like, Mother, can you please re-sew the seams on these pants? And she was like, sure. And then the next time I go over there, she has 6 pairs of pants for me. And she's like, I haven't looked at your pants yet because I can't really sew them or something. Or well, she hasn't tried to sew my pants yet, but she just thought she'd buy me new pants. So here's 6 pairs, pick 2 of them, and then I'm gonna return the rest. And I'm like, Mother, I would like for you to just not buy me clothes. I'm not gonna ask you to make a decision and buy me only one thing and hope that it's right, because you are clearly not comfortable with that. So just don't buy me clothes, because I can't be a part of your scam. I cannot be a part of your buying and returning scam. She insists that it doesn't matter, that they get the clothes back and they just resell them and it's not a big deal, but I'm like, I'm very uncomfortable with it. I'm gonna pull this lever. Okay, it's stuck. Its gears need to be greased. Okay. Yeah, I don't like getting clothes as a gift. Because you guys know me, I wear band t-shirts and dumb shit like that. I don't want like a nice long sleeve shirt, you know? I'm not gonna wear it. I don't like to. It's not how I like to dress. I'm a rebel. I need to let everybody else know what a rebel I am. Yeah, hats are kind of the worst. Like, I've even tried to get a new hat for myself, and I cannot find a hat that I like. Except for the one. The infamous Second Sun hat that I'm always wearing. It's like the only hat I like. 'Cause it's loose. Terrible at wrapping presents? I am awesome at wrapping presents. I can wrap the fuck out of a present. You just gotta tighten it up. Do it tight. I should do a present wrapping stream for you guys this year, so you can see how to wrap a present. Hi, Fourth Dimension. Can I hurt myself with a rock? I'm actually very surprised that doesn't work. Peanut M&Ms? Nah, get that shit out of here. Gross. I'm all about crispy M&Ms. I don't know, Fourth Dimension. That's what I was thinking. I was looking at this pipe here and I was like, why is there even a ladder here if there's just this giant pipe in the way? That chain looks really good. That looks great. Okay, I don't know what those do yet, so I'm not going to change anything. No, but when I get older, man, I'm gonna have so much amnesia. See you later, Mons. Thanks for stopping by. What the hell happened to Melon? Girl goes to make pizza and just never comes back. Actually, I think Melon just said food and not pizza. I feel like every day it's pizza with her though. Ooh, those are heavy. I'm getting used to this game, you know? At first it's just like impenetrably scary. But I think I'm starting to get used to it a little bit. Really, it's because the monster turned out to not be very scary. That when I see it now, I can just be like, okay, run away. Wait for it to go away. It's not very smart, you know. It's alright. But the game is still scary. I really like that it has parts like this too, where it's like the last part was a lot of monster, and now this part, everything's kind of lit up. It looks like It looks like I'm just going to be able to kind of puzzle around for a little bit. A brick with yarn wrapped around it? Oh my god. That's like in elementary school when they had us take rocks and put stamps around them and hodgepodge it or Mod Podge or whatever the fuck that shit was called. Mod Podge it like, you know, 20 times. And give it to our parents as a paperweight. It's like, yeah, paperweight. Okay. That sounds real fucking useful. Like, I don't know. We live in the 21st century. I don't have gusts of wind going through my office anymore, and I don't have stacks of papers in my horseless carriage. But anyway, the worst gift I got, well, I mean, it wasn't really a bad gift, it just wasn't good for me. When I was a kid, I didn't like Barney. And I remember the first time that I ever got a gift that I didn't like was my great-grandma got me a Barney piggy bank. And I didn't like Barney, and it was just so bizarre to me as a kid that like I was young and I unwrapped this gift and it was a thing that I didn't like, and I just didn't know what to do. I just kind of looked at it and I was like, and like I didn't know whether I should. Well, it wasn't. It was that I was done, with the gift. I like opened it and was like, okay, and that was gonna be it. But then my parents were like, you have to say thank you, and I was like, oh, even if you don't like the gift, okay, thanks, is what I thought in my head, and I was like, and then I thanked her, and that was that. Which, I mean, if I'm remembering this right, this was a pretty tame experience. I opened the gift and was like, okay, and then my parents were like, say thank you, and I said thank you. Meanwhile, you should have seen my nephew last Christmas. Oh man, it was a disaster. The gift, the unwrapping experience with this child. He was furious. Well, the thing was, he was looking for one gift in particular that he thought he heard he was getting, and everything that was not that was unacceptable. And it was quite disruptive to the rest of the family's present opening experience. Oh, the night is young, Foxy. But it was like, okay, so the story is that my sister, my nephew's mother, my sister got like a text message or something telling my brother to get him a certain gift or something. But then we found out that our aunt already got him the gift, so then she sent him another text that was like, never mind, our aunt got it. And somehow the kid read this message, but didn't understand really what it was outside of an association between my brother and a gift that he wants. So he thought, hang on, technical difficulties? I think we're back. Basically, he saw this text message and assumed, I just saw on OBS my bitrate went down to 0 for a second and we dropped 1,000 frames. So that's like a lot, that's like 15 seconds. Oh my gosh, I don't want to lower my bitrate back down. But yeah, so he thought that my brother was getting him this gift, and then he keeps opening all these gifts that aren't this thing, and he's getting slightly more and more upset. And then he gets to my brother's gift, and it's this other thing that was awesome. I don't remember what it was, but it was probably sweet because my brother picks out really good gifts for kids. But oh man, he was just furious. And then we got to my grandma, who got him the same gift that she got the previous year and like didn't even know it. And so this kid, not getting the thing that he thought he was going to get, and then getting the same gift that he got last year. Oh man, he was crying, and he stormed out of the room, and it was a whole fucking ordeal. It was a crisis for this kid. And I was like, man, I remember when I got a gift I didn't like. I just didn't say thank you at first and had to be reminded, and that was that. So anyway, 13th of January, let me bring you guys back to 1799. The work I have put into this machine is unequaled by the reasoning of any man. The thought that generations of men have passed away since I first attempted to reconstruct the design is most tiring. The limitations of this world have made my work incredibly difficult. It has forced me to build the thing almost 100 times larger than the delicate contraption it tries to emulate. Not to mention the flow of tamed lighting, crudely replaced by pressured steam pushing its way through the pipes and turbines. Tamed lightning. I said lighting, I think. It shames me to think of what the inventor would have thought of my monster. Where he works with a magnifying glass to carefully fix all the parts, I push 5 men to erect a tower of wrought iron in the hope it will have even the tiniest hint of the power found in the Traveler's Locket. Hard candy? That's a pretty lame gift. I don't like food. My problem with gifts, though, I think I'm hard to shop for because when I want something, I just buy it. And the only things that I don't buy are things like, I really want Earthbound for Super Nintendo right now. But that would be a thing that everybody in my family would have to work together to buy me, where one person orders it, everybody else pitches in. And the thing is, that's fine. A pitch-in is fine for 2 or 3 people. But this would be like everybody, you know, and if my parents and my brother and sister need to work together, then like it's just not gonna happen. So that's why I get a lot of clothes and stuff, is because I just buy things when I want them. Jelly beans? Yeah, jelly beans are fine. I don't really eat a lot of candy though. I don't snack on a lot of candy because my teeth are really fucked up. And it's very painful for me to eat something like a jelly bean. It gets stuck in my cavities and just hurts, you know. So I tend to eat a lot of chips and stuff, just salty snacks instead. I love chocolate. If my teeth were fixed, I would mostly eat chocolate, but like, yeah, I mean, if there's jelly beans there, then I'd have a couple. But I love chocolate. Oh yeah, I mean crisps. Crisps is hard to say. Crisps. What? I see that up there. I just feel like I'm not getting a good hit. There we go. Okay, that was a good hit. All right. But yeah, the pacing of this game is so good. The way that it's just... Oh, I get it. Okay, so this one's stuck, but probably because it's good. So I need this other one over here to match it. So we're gonna go like move this one, and if it goes down, awesome. Okay, I got something going. Oh, I need to go back to that thing I do, or that I did for a little bit. When I I used to make a point to have clips ready of other people's channels, so that when people hosted me, I could give them a you know, everybody likes to give shout outs to the people that host them. It's only natural, but I feel like, okay, we need to match them again. I feel like the best way to do it is to show everybody a good clip. You know, be like, hey, this person just hosted. Check them out. Here's a clip. Go follow them. I have a lot of great Elf Claw clips. Yeah. Maybe we need to reverse these two. Oh no. Oh no, that was good.
Daniel, is that you? What are you doing?
That should have got it going again, right? I think I fixed them both. The cistern. Cistern? I think that's one of those words that Flex uses, and I don't know what it means. A tank for storing water, especially one for supplying taps as part of a flushing toilet. Oh, yeah. Like the back of a toilet that you put your chocolate milk on while you sit on it. That's the cistern, right? What? Let's go. Give it to me. It's not working yet. Okay. Well, maybe I gotta do something over here too. Oh, it was a South Park joke. I can tell that fourth dimension. Don't worry about it. It makes it scarier if I'm not sure, you know? like being in this area is scarier if I'm not sure whether I should be here.
You're conserving water from the spring.
No.
Yes, it enables me to control the water in the drain sewers to some extent. Also, it can be used for all sorts of purposes.
Like for drinking.
Well, that too. But mostly to run different machines.
Ah, like water mill.
Exactly.
Not more water, please. Last time there was water in this game, it was a bit of a problem. No. No. Not this guy again.
7th of August, 1839. There is no denying that Alexander puts
No,
a lot
King.
of faith into what I can only describe as magic. I'm not surprised. Even while traveling across Europe, I assumed I would have to
I've got a
embrace
reason,
the
though.
supernatural to save my mind and life. As a novice, I do everything in my power to stay focused and not dwell too much on my own doubts. Alexander woke me up early and told me it was time we got started on our work. He was obviously excited to get going, and we headed downstairs to the old dungeon, where he preferred to attempt his rituals. It turns out that Alexander is a true Renaissance man, paralleled only by Da Vinci, I'm sure. He showed me several rooms fitted for specific research, such as anatomy studies, alchemy, and botany. The crown of Brennenburg must be the inner sanctum, a most hallowed ground where we shall attempt to permanently banish the orb's shadow.
Fourth dimension, you're doing that thing where you're making the game less scary. No, I don't say bless you to people, but I also don't like it when people say it to me for similar reasons to that Flex says. I don't like when people say bless you because I don't believe in God, and I don't understand why people throw blessings around when, like, normally there's like a different thing. But here's the other thing. I like sneezing. I think sneezing feels good and it's relieving. So when I sneeze, I don't need somebody to console me. It was great. The sneeze was great. And after the sneeze, I feel refreshed. I don't need to be consoled. Also, just like Flex said, if I sneeze more than once, oh man, sometimes people say it more than, after every sneeze, and it's like, shut the fuck up. I get it. I have received your condolences for my condition, and you don't need to remind me every consecutive sneeze. So you're saying if I jump down here, you see, fourth dimension, the rock fell, it made the thing, and then I was really scared about there being a water man. I was really scared about that, and now it's not scary. That's a bummer, man. It's a blind playthrough, and when you and especially don't get into that. All right. I'm explaining it to you right now. I thought that Waterman was back, and that was scary. But then you told me that that it's not that thing, and now it's instantly less scary, you know? I can splish splash around like it's fun, and that's lame. And the game, it's not a thing that the game told me at this point, I don't think. And if I missed it, well then that makes the game scarier. You know, I'm glad you're here. I want everybody to have a good time, but you know, just don't reveal things about game mechanics because it makes the game less scary. And this game is really scary and it's really fun for that reason. Okay. I most recently played Final Fantasy IV. Oh shoot, all the lights went out. What is this noise? Oh, geez. I think that was just falling damage. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing 5 soon. I think I'm gonna do Megami Tensei 2 first. I'm a little bit more excited about that game. Really? You're getting like a stereo thing on the water? Maybe I just haven't noticed. Hey, it's every video game ever. I actually feel like I haven't done a genuine run, time yourself past the Steam, in a long time. Yeah, I'm really excited to play it, Ghost. Okay, I'm almost positive our friend is back now.
August 1839. I could never be certain until today that I was on the right path. Using my orb, Alexander managed to channel its power unto us. The inner sanctum flared with blue, fiery light, and I could feel the same things I felt in the dark chamber in Algeria. It was like standing in a mad whirlpool of impressions. It was terrifying. But Alexander kept calm and wielded strange tools of science in order to tame the storm. Suddenly, the blue light was stained by strains of red, and the walls burst with pulsating tissue resonating with the scene. Alexander quickly covered the orb in some cloth, and the unspeakable thing vanished. Apparently, the orb's shadow is closer than Alexander thought. He said I should prepare for a warding ritual tomorrow. I'm not sure what he expects, but I have a bad feeling about this.
I think I'm gonna get chased when I come in here. Yup. Okay. I could hear it. Maybe it's just me being insane, though. Let's get in the light for a second. Yeah, Gascoigne's a tough boss, too. Like, if you didn't I'm surprised you didn't have trouble with him the first time. He's a hard boss. So if I go over here, I'm gonna need to move something in order to get back, it looks like. Oh. No, a rusty chain on the ceiling. No lives lost for me. No lives lost for me. Oh, people. Naturally.
Ninth of August, 1839. It is still early, and Alexander is busy preparing for the ritual later today. Seeing him this worked up makes me question why. What does he stand to gain? I realize he is curious about it all, but surely there must be more. Is he so foolish he will attempt to tame the power of the orb? I must admit that yesterday, when Alexander flooded the inner sanctum with blue light, I realized we had but graced the orb's true potential. This might turn out to be more than escaping a creeping shadow. It might be the beginning of something truly extraordinary.
Hi, Epic Ellie. How are you? Why do the lights keep going out? Oh no. We don't have to go much. Just... Okay, yeah. Oh, it's been a while since the game has done something really scary, so I'm just waiting for it. It's buttered me up. I'm all buttered up. I'm ready for it to take a bite. What? Butter up that bacon. Now bacon up that sausage. Dad, my heart hurts. Oh, right. Right. I think we probably drained this. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Yeah, fucking, it's just, okay, yep, there's, okay, yeah, see you later. Thanks for the follow, Epic Ellie. And Mom Nom. Oh, jeez. Crystal clear sanity, though. We're doing great. Okay, hold on, though. What's the deal with this gas? It seems like it's gassy in there. So what do I even do about that? Here's oil drainage. Not even a note about it? I take no responsibility if you guys are like wearing headphones or something. People always complain about the volume of streams when they're wearing headphones. I think it's weird. I never listen to a stream with headphones, not myself at least. I mean, that doesn't mean that nobody else can. It's always surprising to me. But of course, you know, it would be nice if I had like better compression on my stream so that if I did yell, it would compress it more. It would be nice, but that's not where we're at. Instead, I just generally try to talk kind of loudly. Like, basically, my thought is that I kind of yell. I kind of sit here and talk really loudly because, you know, this is my normal talking voice. If I were to just talk normally, it would be about this loud, and that's not very loud. But if I talk kind of more like this, then if something louder does happen, then it won't be as big of a change for you guys, you know? You don't like compression, it's like super incredibly necessary for vocals in this kind of thing. Yeah, I know. When I yell, I really yell. You prefer dynamic audio? What are you trying to say? What I don't really understand what you mean. You like when it's quiet sometimes and louder other times? Then don't use words like I screamed in your ear. That makes it sound like you're annoyed that it got loud suddenly. I'm sorry I yell sometimes. Fucking... Sometimes I yell. Bah. I did it a second ago. Doesn't actually look like there's anywhere I can go with this. Oh. In this game, the water part. Well, there was also the part where there was like the beast that I couldn't even see because I was hiding from it, and it sounded very scary. That was the one that got me to quit the game the first time. I was just like, because it was like, it happened, and I hid from it inside of a cabinet, and it was the scariest sounding thing in the world. And I just waited for it to go away. No, it wasn't invisible. I was just hiding from it. And the first time I played the game, I was just like, well, that's enough Amnesia for today. And then I never played the game again after that. Until the stream. I can't say. I don't remember exactly when. I'm not sure how. Oh, I don't know. It wasn't a jump scare. Like I said, I didn't even see the thing. It just sounded like it was coming, and I hid from it. Somebody might have clipped it. I think Alfclaw might have clipped it. I don't know. I remember that Alfclaw was here when it happened. But it wasn't like a jump scare. Basically, I sat here cowering. I was literally covering my eyes and hiding from it. Yeah, VR seems like really, really crazy for horror games, but at the same time, I feel like VR just takes so much control of the situation that it would bug me. I'm really not interested in VR. Okay, so I think there's something more I have to do in here. I need to get rid of the gas down there somehow. Why is all... Uh-oh. Oh no. Yeah, my mixer cut out because I overloaded my mic. And the mixer cut out. So you couldn't even hear the full yell. Oh my gosh, I can't see. I'm so insane. The acid's really kicking in. This is considered light, right? Okay. The voice... Excuse me? What the hell does that mean, the voice went silent? Right, PP. I don't really scream, I just yell. Oh, hey, I missed this. Oh. He runs in and doinks me. I don't think doink is meant to be taken seriously. It's a silly word. Yo, the waterman's never getting me again.
Whatever it takes.
There have been multiple Flex. I'm going, I'm just going. A foul venomous stench seeps out from beneath the door. Going further without a vaccine would be faith. Okay, now I got the note. Okay, jeez. Find a vaccine to safely traverse the sewers. Oh no. The story has been slowly unfolding, PP. There's generally only been one way to go, so... No, you're not... Well, kind of. You wake up and you find a note from yourself that says that you have just done some kind of thing that they don't describe in order to make yourself forget about what's been happening. And that you should run. You should leave this place. However, as you've been going, you've been kind of unraveling a mystery about some kind of thing that this all kind of revolves around. So... there's like a little bit of let's figure out what's going on. And a little bit of let's also get out of here. There hasn't really been a way to escape though, you know? Okay. Find the vaccine. I wonder if it was back in the prison. I do think I'm done in this area, but, you know, just gotta make sure. I think it was this room. Yeah, we've never done anything in this room. Look at that up there, though. I think there's more to this room. I don't think I can build another staircase to get all the way up there. But last time we built the staircase, it turned out awesome. Actually, this would probably be better vertical. I really like the idea of Princess Peach in Smash Bros. If I played a lot of Smash Bros, I would love to be a Princess Peach guy. Oh, I thought you meant like if I was gonna watch Smash Bros, what character would I most like to be watching? But you mean like a character added to Smash Bros? Mallow. I stole yours. What can I say? He'd be a great character. Oh, Frog, that's better. That's even better, dude. Frog is perfect. Well, this isn't where I'm supposed to go. I built another staircase, though. Something like that. Turned out to be Boshi.
Who are you to question?
Okay, I've never. There's these things. There's got to be a reason for these, right? Where do you think these go? I don't think I'm done in this place. Because, like, it sounds like everything's going, but then... Oh. Oh, it's a phone. I don't know. I'm not the semicolon expert, but it seems reasonable. That seems like a reasonable use of a semicolon to me. What? No, that's not. No. Okay, well that's just where he puts it, so alright. I hope you can't do it wrong. Well, I'm back here now. Oh, yeah. The characters you like are lame and campy. Just like how the magic decks you play are boring. Boring to play against. They're boring and campy. I don't know like what words people use to make fun of a control deck. Grindy. Boring and grindy. I'm like, oh, it's grinding all right. Grinding your deck into a fine dust. What do I rate Mario Odyssey? Whatever it's out of, it's that. Like, what am I rating it out of? Well, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, that's the score it gets. 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, 100 out of 100, whatever you got. The game is amazing. Slip that under there. Whoops. But I'm not into number scores. I like to just say, would you recommend it, you know? Is it a recommendation or not? Yes, it is. Oh, you can put it on differently. No, I want to try to put it on sideways. Okay, I can't. But this can go either way, which makes me wonder, is it supposed to go one way or the other? Or is it supposed to go, am I supposed to find a third piece? I'm probably supposed to find a third piece. Oh yeah, like this one. I did flex. Oh. Okay, so now that the machine is working, I can probably get it. There we go. Now that the machine is working, I can probably get over to the other side, and that's where the vaccine's gonna be. You know what I mean? The vaccine's gonna be behind this other place, and why I need to go down there, I don't know. But here we go. Whoop. Yeah. All right, we've lowered the bridge. Oh, I need to run to the bathroom real quick and get another Soylent. So it has been 3.5 hours of the stream. So if you guys need to, I encourage you all to get up and stretch. Get on your feet, walk around a bit, stretch those legs, get that blood pumping, and maybe get a drink or a snack or something. I don't care. I will be right back in a second. Thank you so much for watching so far, and yeah, see ya in a minute. right, here I am. I was moving the view around a bunch while I was gone because the thing is with the field of view in a first-person game, first-person games are weird. And when I look around in this game, it looks totally normal to me on my TV. But my TV is pretty big, and a lot of it is peripheral vision. I'm really only looking at the center of the screen. But when I look over at the OBS capture, I see the whole screen in like a little box, and it looks really weird, the field of view. Like everything is all warpy and fisheye-y. It doesn't look right. Whoa, that looks bad. But like, in front of me, it looks great. It's very odd. First-person perspective is a weird thing in games. Oh. Wait, why did that go back up? It'll need a push. Okay. Oh. Threw that brick all the way over. Yeah, Ghost, they made it harder when they brought it over. Oh yeah, don't you get multiple hits in the Japanese version or something like that? I thought I remembered hearing about that. If you get carry out, you get a second pizza free. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's it. Wait a minute, Foxy. Are you just talking about pizza to make me hungry and have to get pizza? It's only Wednesday. Oh, it's in hardcore. You get multiple hits. Okay. Oh, it has unlimited continues. Gotcha. Oh, jeez. I wasn't sure that was gonna work, and it like freaked me out when it did. Oh God, the morgue. The red taint.
Do you see, Daniel? It
you
has
see?
yielded.
What?
The shadow.
It has?
For now. Come, let's get this out of here so we can get some peace.
Yes, let's. Where to?
Just down the corridor to the morgue.
Are there more dead men there?
You did well, Daniel. Come, let's get going.
Daniel, did you see the red taint? Oh my. Okay, Alexander, but are you going to make... Okay, Alexander, we can go to the morgue, but are you going to make me look at all their taints again?
I hear you breathing, Daniel.
This game's got a dong in it.
Have you changed your mind?
I fear for Daniel as he is reckless. He is tainted by the approaching shadow and will not be able to pass the gate. Will he be able to accept this in the end? My love, I've seen evil in him. How am I to trust him with the truth? What cruel irony that I have to undo him, what Agrippa did unto me. I have to do unto him. The vaccine enabling my men to work in the fungi-ridden sewer is a definite success. Unfortunately, only a few of the servants have been remedied, as the procedure proved difficult. The others will perish, and eventually I will have to create more of them to keep my experiments running. Note that an injection of vaccinated blood will work as a shield long enough to pass the sewers without any risk of infection. It will do fine for prisoner transport. So we just need vaccinated blood. Well, that's probably why we have this hollow needle, huh? Okay. Okay. Gosh, this game's sound design is so damn unsettling. Well, I don't think we ever have to go in there again. What do you mean to shoot him up? Like, Gradius kind of thing? I don't know. I just don't really play those kinds of games very often. I played Ikaruga once, and I played Life Force once, and that's about it. These strange deaths among the servants and the prisoners have finally been resolved. It seems that the drain sewer, which has been recently opened up for use as means of transport, is plagued by a peculiar poisonous fungi. The victims seem to have suffered an extremely quick outbreak of sickness, affecting the entire body. Should be affecting. Unless it's like it might be a local thing. Local as in, it might be a regional thing. That's the word I was looking for. Some of my men, including myself, are blissfully spared by this calamity, but it is clear that this cripples my progress. The prisoners die quickly, and their contaminated lacks the energy I seek. I shall immediately start working on a vaccine. Well then. Musha for Genesis? I don't know what that is. This is where I came from, right? Yep. I don't know what the Alest series is either. This is real spooky, though.
What? What happened? Why are all these dead? Where am I? What's happening? Help! Anybody! Help!
This ringing sound is very unsettling. Copper tube.
2, 3 days now. This is ridiculous. Why doesn't someone come to this room? Hey! Anybody! Am I all alone here? Help! Help! I'm so tired. If I sleep, will I wake from this nightmare? If not, I pray my Heavenly Father will take me in my sleep.
A thin copper tube. Well, now we have a syringe. Oh, candle, keep me safe. Well, I think I need to inject myself with this guy's blood probably, so let's make sure to get it out of his dong. Oh, skull. It cannot penetrate. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, okay. Short as hell? Well, I can tell you for sure that you missed stuff. And that if you played it a second time, not even necessarily New Game Plus, you were a bit more thorough, you'd find more stuff. Plus there's Chalice dungeons. Yeah, okay. Well, a drill is a little better. The hand drill broken is of no further use. Okay. Well, let's just collect some of this blood. No? Okay. Well, let's... Yep, there we go. Okay, great. And then stick myself with it. I don't know why the blood had to be out of this guy's brain, but, you know. Brain blood. It wouldn't make sense story-wise to beat the last boss and not be moved on. It's just how the story works. Holy fucking shit, let's go. You had no clue Gehrman was the last boss? I think you probably had an idea. You probably suspected he was the last boss. Spooky stuff's going on right now in the game, by the way. The less talk, the scarier it is. Really? When I fought Gehrman the first time, I thought it was pretty clear he was the last boss. Just story-wise, how weird everything was getting, the fact that it was Gehrman, the fact that he asked you to submit first. I mean, I thought it was pretty clear that this was the final encounter. However, again though, you missed stuff. Big stuff. So did I the first time. Reminds you of Gascoigne? That's the kind of stuff that's very intentional. I mean, they're both hunters. Foxy, you should be asking Ghost Rider about that. I mean, I think you are, but I'm just making sure that that's what's happening. Because there's not really anything left in Bloodborne for me to be spoiled. Are you sure, Ghost? Because let me tell you... Okay, then... Let me tell you, one of the things that you missed then is that Gascoigne... Gehrman is not actually the true last boss. Not if you did everything right. That's all I'll tell you. Okay. Let me be scared a little bit more here. No, Ghost. There's just more you could have done in the game. It's kinda hard to figure out what exactly it is that you have to do, but if you know a lot about the story, it makes perfect sense. Okay, hang on here. Oh, haven't seen one of those in a while. It's really easy to miss stuff in Souls games, Ghost. They don't tell you anything. Like, it's very, very normal to miss stuff. I don't know why you're asking that, Ghost. I mean, you should know. You played the game. You could see that they don't tell you stuff. But unlike Zelda... I mean, Zelda kind of tells you everything. If you just talk to the NPCs and stuff, pretty much everything in Zelda gets told to you at some point or another. Except for, like... No, that does not appear to be the case. Yeah, in Bloodborne, that's what I was saying. That's kind of what I was saying, is that they do tell you. It's a little hard to figure out, but, like, the more that you learn about the story, the clearer it becomes what you have to do. But, like, you really have to look for the clues. Okay.
What's happening? What are you doing? Let me go! Please, don't take me! Nobody ever returns!
Okay. think I understand. That gets it the slowest. Okay, now we just close that door and we come over here and we... Get in here before it breaks. Uh-oh. 2 bars on that are broken. Is something gonna come through here? Oh, geez. All right. Oh, yikes. Whoa, this looks like the monster. It is the monster.
Daniel, turn around this instant. You are carrying the shadow with you.
Don't tell me to turn around. I don't like being told to turn around. Oh, that kind of freaked me out, that when I turned around and he was like right there. So this is the monster. Give me the rotating. Okay. Right here. Right there. Hey guys, what's going on? I can't. It doesn't work. Lightning hitting close by. I don't remember. Yes. Yes. When I lived in Minneapolis, I don't remember the lightning striking. I don't remember like a particularly loud lightning hit. But I think but lightning struck nearby. It hit a tree, toppled a tree over. Yup, there's gonna be a monster coming in from there, just like I thought. Let's just, you know. Oh, it's coming up here. Yup, it's hitting the door. And it's leaving. Okay. Whew. Ghost, I enjoy that this game is kind of scary. I don't need you to help me with it making it less scary. Okay, that's from over there. Oh, there it is, there it is. Hang on. I will continue the story, but right now there's a monster. Okay, he's just staring down the way that I need to go. I think we need to distract him. I can't hold anything here. You're not trying to make it less scary? Well, that's exactly what you do when you ask about hugging the monsters. You don't have to say that you're trying to make it less scary. People don't always just straight up say what their intention is when they say something. That would be weird and awkward. But when you say something like that, it makes it seem like that's what you're doing. Fucking jeez. Okay, just take... Oh, fuck! Alright, alright, alright. Set him down. Let's hunker down here. And let's wait for our health to get back. Yeah, so lightning struck a tree right outside our apartment and knocked the tree down. And it was a big tree. Like, if it had fallen towards our house, out towards our apartment, it would have smashed a good chunk out of the side of the apartment and would have been like a huge deal. But it fell into the street and it did smash a guy's car. The tree toppled over and just demolished one guy's car. That was, you know, because everybody's parked down the street because it's Minneapolis and there's nowhere to park. And, you know, after the storm, everybody goes outside and we're all checking out the damage, you know. And this guy's car was smashed. And he said no, he did not have insurance to cover that. The guy was, like, really cool about it. He was just like, you know, shit, this sucks. I'm gonna have to get a new car. And everybody was like, do you have insurance for this? And he was like, well, no. But, you know, just gonna have to get a new car. We were all like, man, that sucks. Because that thing is fucked. Minimum coverage in Minnesota is liability, which I believe is if you're in an accident, it pays for the other person's car, I think is like what liability is. Uh-oh. I tried to distract him with the arm. I tried to throw the arm to distract him. Well, get over here, idiot. Oh, God, there he is. What is on his arm? This guy is fucked up. Hey, dude. This guy's, like, missing his face. No, I need you to come around the corner. There we go. Yes, come this way. Oh, God. Oh, God. He's running. He's running. No! People do have insurance, but it would be money. In Minnesota, you're required to have insurance, but you're only required to have liability insurance, which means, if I'm not mistaken, it means if you are in a car accident with another person, your insurance pays the damages to their car. And so if there is an accident, each person's liability insurance pays for the other person's car. But if you just run into a light pole, your liability pays for the light pole. But your car, basically it's so that you don't do damage that other people have to pay for, you know what I mean? If you run into somebody's fence or mailbox or a light pole, your insurance pays for that, so that you don't screw up a bunch of shit. But as far as your own car, you're screwed. Don't get in an accident. But yeah, the reason that's why, or the reason people don't have more insurance than that, like full coverage, is because it's expensive. Speaking of which, I have full coverage, but the only reason I have full coverage is because when I got insurance, there was a lien on my car. My bank had a lien on the car still because I got a loan to pay for it. And because of the loan, I was required to get insurance. Full coverage. However, now that my car is paid off, I should really cancel the full coverage because it's just expensive and I'm not getting in car accidents. Okay, I think I had the right idea, but I need to do it differently. Yeah, you can't be too careful, but like, it costs me so much more a month than if I just got in an accident and had to pay for the repairs. There we go. So I had the right idea the first time, I just didn't do it right. Please open. Ah, fuck! It was right behind me. Oh, jeez. Ooh. I should call my insurance company and reduce my coverage because it's too much money. Well, let me put it to you this way, Ghost Rider. I drive my car like once every 2 weeks. I work from home and I get all of my food by mail. I don't know what you're trying to tell me. Of course I realize that there's a chance I could get into a car accident. This is common sense. What I'm telling you is that having full coverage costs more a month than the probability of time that it is going to take me to get into a car accident and have that cost, like the amount of time that it's going to take for me to, in all probability, get into a car accident, the amount of money that I spend per month is going to add up to more than the repairs of that accident would be. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure, if I got into a really bad accident, I would have to pay, $6,000 or something to repair my car. It's very likely that I paid more than $6,000 in insurance. But yeah, I also just don't drive my car very much because it's not in my lifestyle, so... Right, exactly what Foxy said. If insurance was like 100% a smart deal that you have to get, or if insurance saved you money, then there wouldn't be an insurance industry. But insurance doesn't save you money, it just stops you from getting fucked. Because if you don't have any money in your bank account and you get in an accident and you don't have insurance, you're fucked. But if you don't have any money in your bank account and you get in an accident and you do have insurance, then you're not. But I save money. I save money. I have a cushion for emergencies. That's true, King. It does that. You might still be fucked. If you have insurance, but you don't have money in your bank account, you might still be screwed. Depending on your deductible. That is true. Where's his arm? But yeah, really, it's like, I could probably save $100 a month on my car insurance. Yeah, exactly, Foxy. I could probably save $100 a month on my car insurance, and I could just put that in the bank every month. And then use it if I get into an accident. The problem for most people is that they can't afford to, they can't necessarily afford to do that. So this guy is gone now. That's interesting. Okay, hang on. Where did this guy go? It's like, did it checkpoint me or not? Okay, that's weird. There is never any escape. Things like this live with you always. Oh no. Okay, close the damn door. Let's go ladder first. Okay, and then we'll go... We'll go clockwise. Nice, nice. Yep, that's true too, Foxy. Like it makes business sense, but yeah, insurance is weird, especially health insurance. Holy shit, health insurance is fucked.
9th of August, 1839. I can't stop sweating and shaking. The warding ritual was not something of a sane mind. I did not even realize the dungeon was still in use. Alexander had his servants bring one of the prisoners, a murderer, he told me. Alexander made all the arrangements, but he said I had to perform the ritual in order to have the right effect. The shadow could be led astray by the blood of another. Killing the man would provide us precious time. What else could I do? Alexander said it had to be done. He is saving my life. I don't have the luxury of argument.
Lasagna. I don't like things like raw onion and tomato chunks and that kind of stuff. And a lot of the time lasagna has that kind of stuff in it that I really don't like. But if it doesn't, if it's a nice layers of pasta with a smooth sauce that doesn't have chunks of tomato and onion in it, and then some good meat, I love lasagna. There's a Stouffer's brand, Meat Lovers lasagna. Love it, so good. I haven't had ravioli in a long time. But yeah, I like ravioli. As long as there's just meat in it, you know, or just cheese. If that's it, hook me up. This doesn't look like something I want to traverse right now. Let's see what the other way is. Actually nothing, okay. $23 tinder boxes, yeah. But yeah, my thing about a lot of foods, most foods, ravioli, lasagna, but then things like spring rolls and wontons and, you know, all kinds of different foods, is that I just don't like fruits and vegetables. And most of the time it's vegetables that comes into play with. When you mix that stuff in with your delicious things, I just don't like it. It ruins it.
Agrippa, I need you to stay awake. Can you feel the syringe?
No, I can't feel anything. Alexander,
Yes.
soon I won't even be able to move, will I?
Your life is safe.
I don't doubt that. But will it be worth living?
Fried ice cream? No. Seems like we're getting pretty far in this game, wouldn't you say? I mean, the monster that's been chasing us is chopped to bits, and we've got a new monster on us now. Okay, well, that guy's still alive. Oh. This guy...
Next to me.
How are you talking? It looks like you don't have a bottom jaw.
Help me. Thank you. You have my gratitude. My name is Agrippa. Who might you be? Daniel? Like the prophet thrown into the lion's den? Tell me, are you among the lions, Daniel? You want to stop Alexander? Oh my, so Babylon shall fall, you say? You worry too much. Alexander is toothless without an arm. He has one. That's not very promising at all. The sanctum is basically impenetrable, but guess why hole. It could be breached by another, but Alexander broke his, my own, a long time ago. Really? Well, if you tell the truth, by all means, seek out the pieces of the broken oar and mend away. I believe he uses them for torture now. They practically leak madness, which is quite useful, I understand. There should be 6 of them. Look around the choir and the transept. You should be able to find them there.
Good question. Let me check. Oops, I didn't actually mean to hit that. Amnesia: The Dark Descent came out in 2010. This game kind of revived the horror genre. Like, AAA games completely, like, you know, friend...
I hate to bother you further, but if you're really going after Alexander, would you consider taking me with you? I know it sounds ridiculous. I mean, look at me. But if you find anything concerning a man named Johann Ryan, would you please bring it to me? I believe he was working on a way to help me. A recipe for some sort of potion, a tonic to free me from this husk of mine.
Okay. Agrippa the Dying Man seeks a note written by a man named Johann Ryan. An orb is needed to enter the inner sanctum. Its shattered pieces lie scattered in the torture rooms. Sounds like we're almost at the end of the game to me. 2 levers on the top floor are not working. It's probably some problem with the machinery. Yeah, this game came out in 2010. With Resident Evil going more action, or full-on action, and
What lever? Oh, that one. So many of Alexander's things are breaking down. Look around. Maybe the other room. There are machine parts hidden all over this place. You'll find a way to fix it. Who, me? I'm Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa.
shut the fuck up.
Baron Alexander has sustained my soul in this dead husk for years. Who knows how many?
I just hate that the voice is coming out of this one spot. I'm going...
Alexander is quite impressive in many ways, but he has grown impatient.
I'm going back to streaming in mono because it's annoying to you guys, I'm sure, if there's dialogue happening that's like...
By me? I'm the next best
If I'm doing this.
Alexander really wanted none other than Johann Ryan. You never heard of Johann Ryan? My God, boy. He's probably the greatest man in history. And you don't know him? Or is it the world who has forgotten him?
But yeah, like, if I'm gonna be moving my camera around, it's normal for me to be hearing it in different ears.
My pupil. My
I
pupil.
I hate this.
Yes, I do take pride in that fact. Is it so wrong?
Why is this thing talking this whole time? Can I make it stop? Can I turn the lever back, make it not talk anymore?
I found a Mithraean province, one which had not been plundered. Do you know Mithraeus? I suppose it doesn't matter. It is an old faith, building temples out of caverns. The dark walls being the universe, and inside are its followers. Humans, watching the sky slowly turn. But the followers do have one thing to arouse them a real sense of connection, creation. The orbs. Not many orbs are left. They sometimes consume themselves, or break, then used by an uninitiated. I was lucky. The orb I found spared my life and returned to where I found it. I know because Alexander took it and brought it to Brandenburg.
I think my mom's a really good cook.
Vaya was a brave man and dared to proceed where I did not. He unearthed a number of cavern temples and gathered a whole collection of orbs. But unlike every other finder since the fall of the Mithraean faith, he was able to unshackle the horror you and I connected with the orbs. He used them and was able to travel far and wide, beyond the world itself.
Apparently this thing's never gonna stop talking.
Not the way I hoped for. I've done all that I can to escape this prison. But now, I use all my strength merely to stay alive.
A really bad cook. Nicole's a pretty bad cook.
Said he'd found a way to take me with him beyond the stars. But I was too afraid to come along. Seriously. And now, all I can do is regret it.
There was this one time Nicole made me pancakes and they were like really bad. And I was like, these are kind of weird. And after I was eating
I
them,
always hoped fire would return and give me a second chance. But so does Alexander. That's why he keeps me here, as a hostage, hoping Vaya will reveal himself.
and she was like, oh yeah, we were out of milk, so I used water instead. And I was like, oh my god,
You're a good
these
boy,
pancakes are so bad.
and I appreciate your company.
And it's because you
But
used
I
water
believe
instead
you
of milk.
have more important things to take care of. You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around.
I'm gonna be real with you guys, I hate this part. Because I feel like I can't move around because this voice is coming from a centralized location.
You're a good boy, Daniel. And I appreciate your company.
And so as I move around,
More important
it's like moving around between my ears and it's super annoying. So I want to just sit here and exhaust the dialogue, but the dialogue will not stop.
Get her back.
I guess it's because I had to shut.
You're a good boy, Daniel.
Oh my god.
And I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
Peanut butter on pancakes? No, I really like blueberry jam. That's my favorite. But, I mean, maple syrup is just fine, though. I really like maple. But blueberry, ooh. Oh wait, oh okay, okay. Yes, I put butter on my pancakes. I like a lot of butter on pancakes. For some reason, I read put butter as peanut butter. And I was like, peanut butter on pancakes? No, no I don't. That's an oddly specific thing to ask. Boy, I sure do go crazy quickly here. I mean, this place is pretty damn dark. The chancel. Weird. Get me back in the light a second, please. Close this, please.
I know this. I've been here already. I know this taste. A taste of Damascus rose obfuscating the truth in a dim haze. They may sweep the traces from my memory, but my body remembers. These cuts speak volumes, even though my mind remains silent. They will be back. They will be back.
No, I don't. I go to Target or Cub for cat food and cat litter. It'd probably be convenient to order that online as well. All right. Well, that's this place.
Find her!
heard that sound. Whoa. Is this the big door that the sewers went to?
Just a little further.
It's like Orpheus descending into the underworld.
Are you hiding something?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Your intuition is remarkable.
I'm not sure I'm following.
It doesn't matter. It's just a myth after all.
I can't go straight first. Welcome back, Sai. We came into this really cool place. Okay.
12th of August, 1839. Banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to do what is needed. I spend my time helping out the prisoners. Being around these degenerates makes me ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment with any kind of dignity. They taunt me with their lies of innocence and their cowardly pleas of mercy. What can make a man fall so far from the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation. I try to study the different tools in the torture chamber and learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall be ready.
Well, that's a change in tone for Daniel. He sounded like Keepo Kelp talking about homeless people. Punch them all in the face. All right, let's go. All is lost. I must once again start over. Ever since I recovered the orb, first found by Agrippa, I have depended on it for my research. The incident with Wilhelm made me most impetuous. Fearing a paucity of prisoners, I proceeded with the final ritual without proper foresight. The orb cracked and fell into 6 parts. I've tried everything, but have yet to mend the thing. Unless I can think of a way to piece it together, I will have to find another. There is still life in the pieces, and even if the orb isn't restored, I might be able to salvage some of its power for some other purpose. Centuries have passed in vain, and I begin to wonder if I will ever be able to see my love again. How much longer can I sustain my life? Wasn't there a diary earlier that talked about the orb being in pieces and how once he put them in the right place, they formed back together without any solvent. Or solvent isn't the right word. This looks like one of the effigies from Eternal Darkness. But yeah, I think that was a thing earlier. Oh, cool. Neat. Okay, time to go down the center. Ooh, something's going on in here. Wow. A smooth hemispherical depression on the top. Okay, we have quite the puzzle in front of us.
Is this guilt I'm witnessing, Daniel? If so, blame yourself. You started this. You sent me that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me? How dare you!
And that was the chancel?
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
But there's something else. You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around. You're a good boy, Daniel. And I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
So much to do here. Because now, if I recall correctly, up here, we've got 3 different doors we can go through.
Just like Regent's Park.
Okay. There's the... Okay, we came in from the well. We've got this door that doesn't move. And then 2 other doors. Yes. One is this room. The machinery that doesn't work. Maybe the tar is meant to, like, fix a hole or something? In a pipe? Something like that? But I don't know where that would be. Yeah, it's not going to be in that. Okay. Right, and then this way is the staircase. Oh yeah, and then this way is just nothing. Alright, well, I think we've played this game quite a bit today. And, and we're at this new spot. So we've got all these notes. And lots of different places to go, and a few different items. I think that's going to do it for Amnesia today. Let me think of what other game to play, though, as far as... like, just playing something little for a little bit. But before I say that, let me just bring us over here and say hi. I think this has been Amnesia for today. I'm going to run to the bathroom. It's going to take 10 seconds, and then I'm going to be back with a new game, a surprise game, just for, you know, the last 40 or so minutes of the show. Because I feel like if I get any further in this puzzle, then I don't have enough time, you know, and we'll end up interrupting something. But right now is like a nice breaking point. So, thanks so much for watching Amnesia, and I'll be back in a minute with something else.